Hi Jay, thanks for
Hi.
giving us some of your time ahead of the cup final.
Yeah.
We've got some questions that the members have submitted. I'm going to kick off by saying that right now I feel really, really fortunate because I think you are the first person, the only person I've ever spoken to who has a day named after them.
Oh.
Jayde Riviere Day, I'm
Yeah.
told. Markham,
Yes.
every year. What's that about?
I think you make it sound better than it actually is, you know? Really, it's just like after we won gold at the Olympics, the mayor of Markham had presented to me my own day. I've yet to be home to celebrate the day, but for me, I take it as a day off. I don't want to make it like, it's not that big in terms of like, oh, kids don't go to school type thing.
Right.
But no, it was just something that the mayor kind of does. He did it with a couple of other athletes as well, who were also kind of citizens of Markham because I was born in Markham. So yeah, it was really cool. It's very weird. I didn't even think you would ask me that, but sometimes I forget, that I do have a day after me.
Yeah, because we asked the members their questions. So this was one that came up, and I thought we have to ask what goes
Yeah,
on.
nice.
You talked about Olympic gold.
Mhm.
How would hopefully winning the FA Cup compare with winning Olympic gold?
I think it would be the same to me, you know. I think a lot of it is because I'm such a huge United fan. So I think like whatever hardware we win as a club, it's just as equal as winning to your national team. Both is an honor to represent, to wear a badge, whether it's United or Canada. So I think it would be awesome. Yeah.
And how much does it mean, talking as a United fan, to get to a cup final with Manchester United?
Yeah, I got a little sneak peek of it last year when I came in. My first 6 months with the team, they had went to the final as well. Obviously, I was more of a student, I would say, of the game at that time. So I was kind of on the bench and learning kind of the dynamic and the role of the team. But yeah, I think going a second time in a row is an amazing accomplishment itself. And I think I saw how amazing, incredible it was the last year. So I really want to make sure that this year we leave with some hardware.
Definitely. And growing up, what was your first memory of being a United fan?
I think really it came from my dad. My dad was a United fan. He was someone who loved Sir Alex Ferguson's days. So for me, like, I remember sitting every weekend with my dad watching Man U play, and he used to make me have a notebook and a pen, and I would have to like watch certain players and write it down, and then we'd go to the pitch, which is like just like maybe a 5 minute walk from our house, and then I would like kind of relay their moves and what they did.
Wow. So have you got early FA Cup memories for United?
No, I think I was too young.
Okay.
I think I would have been too young. But yeah, just watching the players, like some players, I love like Nani, I love Rooney, Van Persie, Gibbs. Like those players were players that stuck out to me. They're players that my dad really liked too, so I love that. But yeah, I don't have really, really early memories of it, but I knew that I would definitely be a United fan.
Fantastic. And as a United fan then, what, or thinking about United fans, which game do you think this season the fan support has been its best?
That's a hard question, I think I don't know if I can put like a specific one just because I think whether we're home or away, the amount of fans that come, no matter who we're playing, is like astonishing. I think that's one thing that really differentiated like football back at home and football here is just like you can see how passionate the fans are, and I like to say like they're the 12th player on the team, and they can really change a game. I think the most previous one would probably be the Chelsea match. I think that atmosphere was ridiculous. My first derby games, I feel like, are also crazy at home. The rivalry is definitely real. But yeah, no, I think every game they've been astonishing.
And how easy was it for you to settle into the club, to Manchester? Did anyone or anything help you most to settle in?
I'd say the team definitely helped me settle in. I was definitely nervous coming in because I wasn't used to like a lot of change being at university. Kind of, stayed with the same group of girls for a long period of time. And I think, I wasn't used to the players coming in, players coming out, and kind of just like how much that can impact a team and the dynamic of it. But coming here, obviously, I wanted to prove myself, and I think the girls made it an environment for me to do so. They're really great group of girls off of the pitch, very welcoming, very caring. And for some reason in my mind, going into a professional environment, I didn't think that was possible. Maybe just because, at the end of the day, people are fighting for, positions and starting positions, and everyone just wants to play. But these girls are a really good group to be around.
And you talk about a professional environment because this is the first, you haven't played professional football before you came to United.
Yeah.
So obviously taking a huge step in your career. How do you think you've been able to get to grips with the league so quickly?
Yeah, I think at the beginning I kind of needed to get my feet wet a little bit. I think that Coach Mark and the team has been really great in terms of understanding that. I think they've all been there and done that, so they know what it can feel like. But I think now that I've gotten some games under my belt, hopefully I've cemented a good role and showed people what I'm capable of doing.
And just going back to the settling in, has there been anything about England and in particular Manchester that surprised you?
How much it rains here. Oh my gosh.
Did nobody warn you?
Nobody warned me about it. To be fair, Janine Becky, she played on Man City at the time, and she said Manchester's quite some fluctuating weather, and I was like, it's nothing, we get 6 feet of snow, like it's nothing. But every day, rain, that was something that was like really surprising. Is literally the weather.
And in terms of training then, obviously lots of rain, but who's the toughest teammate you come up against in training?
That's a good question. I think for me, really, like any winger that we play, I think is definitely a challenge, being in my position. I would say really any one of our wingers. Luthia, I think, is just rapid. The ball is stuck to her foot, so it's hard to get it off her. Leah is just like a force to be reckoned with. Same with JC. Like, we have amazing wingers. The list goes on of just like how amazing they can be. So I think, yeah, for me going up against wingers, definitely wingers are some teammates that are hard to beat.
Okay. And I know you talked about your dad being a United fan, but who would you say has been the biggest support for you during your career?
I'd definitely say my parents. For me, I'm an only child, so a lot of it kind of, I feel like, stems on me. And obviously the light is kind of on me. There's no other child to blame. So I think for me, my parents have been supportive through it all, especially like leaving university early and coming here. They knew it's something I wanted to do. And I think knowing that they believed that I could do it and kind of just loosen the reins and let me do it, yeah, I'd say both of them have been tremendously supportive.
Are they coming over?
They've been over. I don't think they'll be over for the FA Cup at all or the end of the season because they were just over a bit. And it's quite expensive back and forth from Canada. But yeah, they've definitely been over and they love it. They love the atmosphere as well.
Obviously, we hope the best one is yet to come, but what would you say has been your biggest highlight so far in your United career?
For me, honestly, just debuting for United has been a blessing, I think. I think that was a surreal moment, especially because I feel the way I came into the program was a little unorthodox, because I was coming off of the back of surgery, and United kindly, took over the rehab. So I think, like, to go through a dark spell and then end up debuting for United, I think that's like night and day. So I think that moment definitely meant the most to me.
But the best is yet to come, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll ask me in a couple of weeks, and then
we'll come back and do this in a couple of weeks.
Exactly.
Awesome. Just some quick fire questions before we finish off. Have you got any match day superstitions?
Ooh, oh gosh. I have like this weird one where like I have to put my right sock on before my left, and then my right shin pad before my left, and then tie my right shoe, and then my left.
Okay. Have you got a favourite match that you've played for United so far?
Favorite match? I would say either when we played Everton and I got my first 2 assists, or when we played Aston Villa at home.
Where'd you keep your Olympic gold medal?
It used to be in one of my socks when I was at university because I didn't know where to put it. Now it's in like a nice little mantle that my dad kind of put together with the rest of my awards.
Any 3 songs that will be on your pre-match playlist?
Hit and Run by Shantia has been my go-to so far. Truth or Dare by Tyla. And probably like First Person, I think it's called First Person Shooter by Drake.
Okay. Last question. Can you describe the fans in 3 words?
Loud, passionate, and amazing.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time, Jayde,
Awesome.
and good luck for the final.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.